Hello, and thank you for tuning in. You are tuned into The Encourager, and I hope you're doing well today. Whenever you come across this reading, it is actually 4/13, 2024, and we are in the middle of our Mercury retrograde. I decided to, I didn't decide. I was guided to not post during the Mercury retrograde for however long. Again, it's 4/13 today, Sunday. We also just completed a week ago a solar eclipse, a major one, Aries solar eclipse. And so thank you so much for tuning in. Again, I hope you're doing well. Thank you, subscribers, new listeners. Welcome in. I am on 4/13. Kind of like with the end of the retrograde, which is on the 24th in mind. I'm kind of talking today, so I'm talking kind of 9 days ahead of myself. But the changes and revelations and things that have been being downloaded and that Most High is sharing with me, my ancestors, and is to sound cliche, mind blowing, and so I look forward to sharing those things with you all on whatever day that Most High says it's okay to go ahead and post whatever videos that I have recorded up to that point during the Mercury retrograde. I will post all of them on one day. But a couple of interesting events, I guess public events, global events. The earthquake in New York, there was 4.8 on the weekend of the solar eclipse. That happened on 4.8, right? On 4/8. How rare is it for New York to get an earthquake? Yeah, that's extremely rare. So that's one. The other is there was a I'm not sure who she was, Lightworker, Starseed, astrologer, influencer, something or other, that was on TikTok. She decided that on the solar eclipse, she believed that it was going to be the end of the world. So she decided she was going to stab her boyfriend to death in their house or apartment. Then she put the kids in the car. She had 2 kids. She put the kids in the car, got on the highway, and forced the kids out of the car. She told them to get out of the car on the highway. When the kids wouldn't get out of the moving car on the highway, she slowed down enough and pushed them out. The older child, who was holding the infant or toddler, who did not survive, the toddler did not survive, unfortunately. The elder child of hers is in the hospital. I don't know what their condition is currently. I did check. I just read up. The only update that I saw was the day that the event happened, which was on 4/8. Then she decided that she was going to end her life because, again, she was under the impression that the eclipse was going to be some world-ending event rather than a vibrational change or shift. So the earthquake is a shift in the Earth's plates, right? And so that's exactly what the earthquake, or that's exactly what the solar eclipse was. It represented a shift. Why New York? Because New York is the hub in the U.S. for business. New York is the hub of the world for business, for commerce, e-commerce, anything outside of probably tech, which is probably Silicon Valley. Everything else is New York City. Style, everything is New York City. Okay? That's why they attacked the Twin Towers. Okay? And so with that, New York being, they call it the Big Apple. We use phrases like, you're the apple of my eye. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. So you see the reference to an apple and how an apple is a source of good health, or supposed to be, and it's supposed to prevent certain ailments and things. Well, needless to say, the city of New York is not like that, right? Because historically, all the mafia ties and all of that, right? New York is the city is very low vibrational, very low energy, right? Even though Maji got the T is there. She's there, and there are other people there raising the vibration of New York City. But yeah. So with that, and she's the only person that I know who is a spiritualist that lives in New York City. That's why I mentioned her. Okay. So yeah, so a couple of interesting things. For me also, Most High gave me a download in regards to, I was in, my meditations have been, and just I don't know what you would call them, meditations, my dance, my chants, and all of that. I completed my Reiki Master Healing course on 4/11. Yeah, just amazing things. So the download that I got was in regards to Anthea, and that's spelled Antheia. And she is a Greek goddess, okay? And she is associated with the gardens and human love. I think I mentioned that in one of the other videos that I posted, or will be posting, along with several others on the same day again. Whenever that day happens, that's when you'll see this posted on the channel. And so just very, very interesting, very, very interesting occurrences. So yeah. So anyway, I hope you're doing well wherever you find yourself, or wherever you found yourself during the Mercury retrograde. I hope you are and did get everything out of it that you were supposed to. Again, Mercury retrogrades, earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, all of these events, naturally, spiritually, they all come to shake what needs to be shaken, remove what needs to be removed, and confirm what is firmly planted and what is true. This is what they come to do, to reveal, blow away all the stuff that's covering up all, because over time moss grows and all that. Blow all that stuff away, get rid of all the caked up dirt and mud that's on top of the truth, and let's get back to the truth. That's what all weather phenomenon come to do. And weather phenomenon are spiritual events. They're not just weather. It's not just rain. It's not just a hurricane. There's a reason why a hurricane comes to a specific region. Okay? There's a reason why witchcraft in New Orleans, considered the headquarters of at least the country for witchcraft. It might be the world, but the headquarters in the U.S. for witchcraft. And then you have things like Hurricane Katrina. There's a reason why Most High sends things like that to certain parts of the earth geographically. There's a reason why these things show up in different parts, tsunamis and things. There's a reason why, outside of man putting his hand to it, because man manipulates things too. But outside of that, these things come to bring about a needed change. Okay? So as always, thank you so much for tuning in. It's 10:10 when I glaze down at the timer. The synchronicities are just, I almost said butter. That's like something from the 80s. We used to say that was butter. But the synchronicities are butter, right? So thank you so much for tuning in. Again, please be sure to draw out. I hope you've drawn out, whenever you hear this, all that you are supposed to get from the Mercury retrograde. It's just a rich, flowing, pure, unadulterated, innocent time for the collective and, for those who are ready. It is beautiful. The breeze, the scent in the air, it is tantalizing. It is amazing, right? I've also made adjustments and I've made changes to some things myself. I will be sharing those things with you all. And even regards to some approaches of my own. So, thank you so much as always again for tuning in. My name's Nehru. This is The Encourager. And as always, be encouraged.